Well, 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 look who finally made it back. Oh, yes, my bike has returned and now rocking the full M4 exhaust. Just about to start putting the body work on this thing. First, before I dive too much into this, I've got to send a huge shout out to Tommy, to Jackson, and all the rest of the techs and the guys back in service over at Stub Cycles for hooking me up, taking great care of my motorcycle as they are getting this exhaust put on for me. Guys, could not be happier. Thank y'all so very much. Now let's check it out. All right, guys, so what we're looking at is an M4 Tech 1 Carbon full exhaust. And one thing I've got to say, it's a shame to hide this under bodywork. Craftsmanship on this M4 is absolutely gorgeous. Love how this looks. We are rocking a 10-inch can. Huge shout out to Kyle for the hookup on that. But guys, check this out. I want to show y'all, I mean, the fitment, the clearances, everything on this M4 exhaust is absolutely perfect in terms of fit, finish. Could not ask for better. Okay, guys, so let's talk about this 10-inch can. Normally, this can is going to be an 8-inch, so the total length would be about to here. It is an off-the-shelf option. You're going to definitely have to wait for it, though, because anytime you do a one-off or an optional bit of kit, it's going to take longer, but man, was it ever worth the wait. Here is a shot of the left-hand side. Just wanted to show you guys just how absolutely sweetly this thing is put together. Show you guys the gap by the oil pan. Plenty of clearance on this kit. God, this thing is filthy. So I got caught in the rain, not only taking this thing over to Stubbs, I also got caught in the rain riding this thing. Since it's all apart, I'm going to be cleaning it up while I've got all the body work off. Okay, so something else that I had the guys do over at Stubbs for me is, while it was in getting its exhaust, what we did is we raised the bike. So we raised it up by about 10 millimeters from the stock position. So we're only showing about 2 millimeters from the witness mark from the very top. The main reason for that is to aid in braking handling. So let me explain that a little bit. So from the factory, the R models come with the front end dropped by about 16 millimeters. And what that does is it works great for turn in. You've got a lot of weight over the front tire, a lot of front end feel, which is phenomenal on track. But the problem comes under hard deceleration or under hard braking. Because the bike is dropped in the front, you've got a lot more front weight transfer as those forks start to compress. And it makes you feel like you're sitting right on top of the front tire, which in and of itself isn't all that bad, but it is pretty brutal once you start really ramping up the velocity. You've got a really fast approach speed. You're dropping really hard in on the brakes, trail braking as you're dropping the bike in. It's a lot of weight on the front of your tire, and it's a lot of weight on your wrist too. So what a lot of guys do, the vast majority that are running these bikes pretty fast, is that they'll actually raise the front end of the bike up just a little bit. And what that allows you to have is a little bit easier transition from approach speed into full braking. And then it also aids as you are just in general riding the bike around, you get that front end up a little bit. You're not so much far forward. It's really not an issue on the track, but again, on the street, it can be a bit tiresome. And realistically, I kind of like the feel of the bike a little bit higher up anyway. And a lot of guys would agree with that as well. Yeah, you know I wasn't going to let y'all slide without having a little bit of noise in this video. Sounds nice and deep at idle. Sounds so good. Oh my gosh, and the throttle response with that two-wheel Dyno Works tune is amazing. So there you have it, guys. My bike's back. Couldn't be any more happy. Super stoked about this. bringing you guys along for the ride. Man, I couldn't say that I could possibly be any happier. Another huge shout out to Tommy and to Jackson and all the rest of the crew in the back over at Service. Thank y'all so much for taking care of this thing for me. Y'all always do such a great job. Listen, again, I'm going to get this thing put back together. I am itching to get this girl out on the road. All right, got to get back to work. Guys, thank y'all so much. Hope to catch you on the next one. Look, if you made it this far in the video, consider hitting that subscribe button. We do the live show twice a week, random videos throughout the week, and I try to get at least one ride and review in, per month. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all take it easy.